Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So, I'm doing a little mini series, maybe every other day or so, on the Lead Team Collective. And today we're going to look at why does the Lead Team Collective exist? And these are your questions that we're answering, okay? A while back, I had a poll that was done on the Lead Team Collective, and there were so many comments and questions in there. So there were so many that it's worthy of like 3 different episodes, essentially. So the first episode, we looked at who I'm actually communicating with when I'm talking to the lead team, and whether your spirit guides can participate when these sessions are pre-recorded. So that's what we looked at in the first episode. At the end of this episode, I will put that first episode right here. You don't have to listen to that first before you listen to this one. So if you missed it, I will pop it up here at the end of this. Okay, you can click on that at the end. So today we're exploring why the Lead Team Collective exists, how it works, and whether it's still the best approach for our community. Those were the questions you guys had, okay? And then in the final episode, we'll look at our own spirit teams and how much they actually guide us, okay? All right. And again, those are all based on your questions. So what I do is take all of your comments and questions, put them into AI, and she leaves them the same for me, like the way you wrote them, just changes them a little bit grammatically and puts them in a good order. Okay, so I've got a little prayer. I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the Lead Team Collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, and the Lead Team Collective, so it is all of the highest and purest light. And I'm going to start adding this in, which was offered to me by a member of our community. I also ask Archangel Michael to protect me and surround me with only those of the highest and purest light, to ensure I speak only to my true spirit guides and guardian angel. Well, I got to change that. To ensure I speak only to our spirit guides and guardian angels. I ask that Archangel Michael escort all low energies away from me and to the light. Amen. I think I'll just add that last part. I ask that Archangel Michael escort all low energies away from me and to the light. Okay, very good. Hey, Lead Team. How's it going today? All right. So we've got questions for you. Do you got answers for us? Yep. Okay, awesome. Okay, Lead Team, these are questions from the community regarding your existence, basically. Okay. So question number 1. Did you, the Lead Team Collective, choose its own name? Yes. Okay, so was this a name that I gave you, like in my life plan or anything like that? No? Okay. Did you always expect to exist, to be a collective? Yes. Okay, that's cool. So it was kind of written in the stars, so to speak. It was written in our soul paths to come together as a community, and then have, at the same time, have our spirit teams come together as a community as well. Yes. I mean, the bottom line is what really made sense to me from episode number 1, is if we're here as a community, this is us, and we're fragments of our higher self, then of course all of your spirit teams are here too, right? It's kind of like, it kind of just makes sense if we logically think about it. And then when you leave, your spirit team leaves too, you know? So is that pretty much how it's happening? Yes. And so then it's not just my spirit team who's involved in this conversation. Is that correct? Yes, which is really much better, I think. Look at the power of how many different spirits are here assisting us all together. And remember, we're partnering with them. They're not doing things for us. They assist us when we ask, but that we're partnering with them, which is why I always say, thank you for partnering now. I say that to the lead team, because this is a collective effort of whatever it is that we're all trying to do, which is ascend, raise our vibrations, understand our existence a little bit better so that we can feel more comfortable and move around the earth in a more joyful and fun way. You know, that's kind of how I see it. And so we're just all collectively doing this together. So it's kind of cool. Okay. Lead team, I have a question for you real quick. I did get a letter. Thank you very much. I don't have it with me, from somebody. So they were thinking that they got some guidance from their spirit team that when I put the rods down in between saying the prayer and then put the rods down like I just did. I think I kept one in my hand. I'm not sure. But does that invite lower energy into, could that invite lower energies? Ah, yes. I kind of thought they'd say no, but yes, it does. Okay. That's good to know. So that person wrote me a letter because we did an episode on the election, and they had always told me that the election was manipulated, let's say. The 2024 election was manipulated. But the last time we did this, they had said, no, it wasn't manipulated. And I started thinking, because I just did an episode on the Mandela effect, and I'm like, well, maybe the Mandela effect just affects all that kind of stuff, you know? So, well, anyway, so she had written the letter, and the letter, she noticed that when I asked the question about was the election manipulated, that they had said no, but I had put the rods down to talk about something. And that her guides had said that, you know, there was some, let's say, prankster energy involved. So yes, wow. Okay. Learn something new every day. So very good to know. So, lead team, let me ask that question. Do I need to do any more clearing right now? Are there any lower energies? They said no. Are there any low energies involved in this conversation? No? Okay. So they're already answering. Was there a specific purpose? Oh, I forgot what I asked now. However, whatever questions we were just talking about, I can't remember what it was because I was doing it off the top of my head. It wasn't a question on my page here. Was that an accurate response that you gave me? Yes? Okay. Just because I had put it down. Now, okay, sometimes I do have to put them down, or I have to at least switch them to one hand. So because I have to scroll on my computer, if I leave the rods in one hand, will that invite lower energies? No, but isn't that interesting, you guys? So like if I go like this, so I'm going to, but just not put them down. That's interesting. So if you're using a tool, and that's just maybe some guidance for everybody. If you're using a tool and you put them down and you don't, it's interesting to me. It feels a little inconsistent because the lead team is actually, in my guides have told me I don't even have to say the protection prayer. So if that's the case, I don't know why I don't have to say it all the time, but if that's the case, I don't know why putting them down would invite lower energies, but that's maybe what that's a response they want. It may not be for me, but it may be for someone here. So, we just have to trust that message is meant for us, right? For one reason or another. It may be just for everybody to be thinking about how they're using their tools. I'm not sure. So, okay. Was there a specific purpose behind introducing itself as the lead team collective rather than simply spirit guides? Yes. Okay. So you guys chose, correct? You chose the lead team collective on the pendulum. That's what you spelled out for me? Yes. Okay. So Does working with the Lead Team Collective provide a broader perspective than working only with my spirit guides? Yes. Yes, it does. So, Lead Team, could somebody else, we're in the community, so we're a community now. We're a soul group in some respects. I know we're from different soul families when we transition, but a lot of us are Palladians, is what they've told me in the past, yes. So even if you're from different soul groups, could other people tap into the Lead Team Collective in this community? Is there another collective somewhere in the universe called the Lead Team Collective? No. So could other members of this community tap into the Lead Team Collective effectively and gain that broader perspective as well? Yes. Very cool. So, yeah, so you guys, you can talk to the Lead Team as well. Let's see, would relying only on my personal spirit guides, and just say mine, meaning me, but also you, okay, significantly change the guidance this community receives? Oh, I guess that is for me specifically. Again, these were questions you guys had. Yes. So, Lead Team, if I only relied on my personal spirit guides, does that significantly change the guidance this community receives? Yes. Does it limit the amount of access to certain energies or answers to things because it shrinks the perspective, basically? Yes. Interesting. So when I was just talking with my spirit guides initially, until this community started forming, was I getting accurate information during that time? Yes. Okay, I don't even know what follow-up to ask on that. I'm not sure. Okay. Let's see. Are all spirit guides equal in knowledge and perspective? Yes. But let me clarify. So they're all equal in knowledge and perspective because of the dimension they're at, so they can see things, correct? Yes. Are they all equal in interest and talent? Talent's probably not the right word, but no. Okay. So the reason I'm asking that is because my understanding is we each have two spirit guides that develop our life plan with us. So they're on our life plan and they know what we want to accomplish, but that they may switch out. Our spirit guides, not our guardian angel or if you have other members of your team, but like a unicorn or dragon and that kind of stuff. But those stay with you throughout your entire life. But spirit guides can switch out depending on the support you need or ask for, depending on who has interest in helping in certain areas. Isn't that cool? Yes. So that makes sense to me, that they all have access to the same knowledge and perspective, but whether they have an interest in that, I would guess if you can access someone who has, a spirit that has a lot of interest or past life experiences that understand it from a human perspective. Maybe there's some guides that haven't had a human, had a human perspective and tapping into yes, they're saying yes. That makes a huge difference. They could logically know it or vibrationally know something, but to have experienced it, as we know, is much different, isn't it? Think at how much we're learning now that if we weren't faced with some of the things that we've been faced with recently, how different, you just wouldn't be where you are today. So we've got to thank all the shenanigans coming out of the surface because it's helping us grow so much, isn't it? It really is. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Do different spirit guides have different areas of expertise? Yes, that's exactly what we were just talking about. Yes, and don't forget, is there a group of angels called the unknown angels? Yes, that actually comes from Anthony William, who is a medical medium, and he in his book has a thing on the unknown angels. So and the unknown angels, they get called upon less often. So I often call upon the unknown angels. I'm like, if there's any unknown angel who wants to help with this, you're welcome to, you know what I mean? Because they are not quote unquote as busy. They don't have to spread their energy as far as like Archangel Michael does or Jesus. Can you imagine Jesus, like how much he has to spread his energy? He's capable, but holy schmoly, you know? Okay, so tap into some of those that are, you know, less that are unknown, right? If we tap into unknown angels, are we pulling in negative or lower energy? No. Okay. All right. Just wanted to double check on that. Let's see. Does the lead team collective reach agreement before giving an answer? Good question. Wow. Yes. Yes. And they, you know, it's amazing. It's amazing what you can do at the speed of light, right? Or essentially faster, maybe. Yes. Okay. Is the original consent we gave our spirit guides sufficient for them to continue participating in the lead team collective? Yes. And in episode 1, we talked about the reason you don't actually have to give consent, although it's a good idea to do it anyways, is your involvement in the community because you want to stay here is consent, because you're choosing to stay as a part of the community. So your guides know that. So, you know, see how I'm holding on to my rods now? I'm like, not putting them down. So that's a really simple way to think about that. If you're consenting by being here, then your guides know that you're consenting. So it's basically as easy as that. Now, if you're like, I'm kind of done with this community, I'm moving on to something else, then your guides are going to go with you, you know, and they're not going to probably be a part. Is that true, lead team? And so the lead team collective is shifting on a regular basis? Yes. Okay. I think that's cool. So we welcome and invite all the new guides in. Coming in, people who are leaving, I'll say goodbye to them. Love and light, best wishes to you, right? For people who are ready to move on and go to different places. Okay, let's see. Does the lead team collective continue to evolve as this community evolves? Yes, and again, always think about it as who you are. Who you are and who we are as a group. It's our higher selves and our spirit teams, and we're all partnering together. Doesn't that make sense? I'm so glad we did these episodes, and I really thank our community member Sue for sending me the letters that sparked this entire conversation. So really cool. Okay, so you guys can see I'm open to getting ideas from people, and I'll come on and check online here with you guys, just like I did with that previous letter. I think it was from Deborah. I'm sorry I didn't catch your name as I read your letter. I just got it today. We just picked it up today. So, okay. In fact, I got a bunch of stuff in the P.O. box. Maybe at the end of the video here, I'll open one thing together. We'll see what we got in the P.O. box. Usually, it's stuff that is always useful in the community, so it's like a community gift, essentially. Okay, so did introducing the lead team collective help strengthen this community? Oh, wow, great. Yes, yes. Right? Because I think people also feel a part of more so than it's just Karen and here's Karen's ideas. You know what I mean? So I think that's very cool. Is there still value in continuing to explore the lead team collective? No. Meaning, is there value in us? I think the question is getting to, like, do we need to keep asking questions about it? Basically, you know what I mean? No. Okay. Is the lead team collective still the approach that best serves the highest good of this community? Yes. Very cool. Would changing away from the lead team collective cause this community to lose something valuable? Yes. It wouldn't be possible to move away from the lead team, you guys, because they are our guides. They're all of our guides. I'm not putting them down. Okay, so those were your questions. I'm going to go get one package. We'll open it. Maybe I'll do that at the end of the next couple episodes. So remember, you can always watch number 1 here. I'll put it up there at the screen at the end. And our final episode will bring the conversation back to your own teams, because you guys had a bunch of questions about working with your own teams. So that will be the third part of this little series. Okay. All right. Let me go get a package and I'll open it. We'll see who it's from. Okay. I think I will just not open packages. I'm just going to do one at the end of every video. I think it's kind of fun to share that with you. So this was from Diane. The letter was from Diane. Thank you so much, Diane. She said, I'm writing to let you know that my spirit guide said that when you take your hands off their rods to gesture or move the camera, it breaks the connection with them. Okay. So she just noticed it. And she said, and allows a lower energy to get the opportunity to get on the rods. I've noticed it for myself as I use rods too, she says. Okay, this is the reason I'm sharing this, is because it will be helpful for all of us to think about. I asked them if this is the case, and they said yes. I noticed you asked whether or not Kamala had the election stolen from her, and it said no. That's when I realized you had lower energy on the rods. Huh. I asked on my rods, and they said yes, it was that word. Manipulated. I asked if Karen had low energy vibration entity on the rods, and mine said yes. So be aware, don't drop the rods. Okay, so that was great. That's awesome, Diane. Thank you so much. Okay, so I'm gonna open one. we got so many this time. We go like every 2 weeks to the PO box, but they actually said to us, you need to come more often, or you need to get a bigger box. I'm like, okay. They've been storing things for us, so you guys are so sweet. This is not to encourage you to send me stuff. You don't have to, but it's kind of fun to share it with you. Okay, what did I get? Oh my gosh, it's a book. Let's see. Okay, this is from our fairy godmother, Melinda. Melinda, she said, hope you enjoy this book as much as I do. Thank you for everything and you do for our beautiful soul family. We truly love and appreciate you. So Melinda Meyer has been buying me and sending me so many things, you guys. And so now I call her our fairy godmother. So if you see Melinda, because everything she's been sending, decks, and Melinda, this is never an expectation. You can always stop, okay? I do not have expectations. But we'll, like when we chose our last book from the, for the spirit guide. I mean, every book we choose now going forward is going to come from her, just because I have so many now, like options, unless something new comes up. But this is what she sent. The Ultimate Guide to Energy Healing. Awesome. The Beginner's Guide to Healing Your Chakra, Aura, and Energy Body. Learn how to channel healing energy, work with color energy, remove energy cords, and transmute negative energy. Oh my God, I love that. Very cool. See, now this would be something we could do in the spirit circle too. So, all right, you guys. Thank you, Melinda, Diane, and Melinda. You guys are amazing. And I will see you in the next episode. All right, take care. Bye-bye.